right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Hole Lotta Bogeys interview series. We're here today with one of our favorite putter manufacturers, one of the top of the line boutique putters that you can get. Just one other little tidbit before we get real into it. Probably the best head covers you can get on your boutique putter as well, having them being made by Dormy. But we're here today with the owners and founders of KREW Golf, Jordan Stein and Nick Kiefer.
Oh, what's up, guys?
How's it going?
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Good. Yeah, we appreciate you guys hopping on and coming to chop it up, talk a little shop with us.
Definitely.
You actually said my last name right, so that's a good start.
Let's go.
Got to start off strong, yeah?
Absolutely. But yeah, thanks. Super excited to have you guys on. Super excited to talk some shop, see what's up, and super excited for this one.
Yeah, we're excited to be a part of it. We'd love to talk about KREW Golf and what we're offering, what we're doing, and how we differentiate ourselves in the market. So we appreciate you having us.
Absolutely. For sure.
So let's just get right started into it with how'd you guys meet? I mean, it says a little bit about it on the website. You guys were playing golf together. I don't know if you guys want to talk a little bit about it. Now let me explain it, to the people.
Yeah, like to hear the story.
Yeah, for sure. So I had a buddy who invited me out to play some golf. And
are you guys editing this?
Mildly, we'll probably chop it up a little bit. But
does Jordan's audio sound like shit?
It's a little distorted.
Fuzzy, yeah, just a little bit.
It sounds horrible, dude.
All right, hold on. Let me get off my Bluetooth and I'll just do it straight from the computer.
I figure I'd stop you now before we start getting into it, and then you guys got to do more work.
There we go.
All right.
Rewind it, baby.
Perfect. All right. So let's get into how you guys met, where you guys were playing, how that conversation went down for the first time.
Yeah, I want to hear the story.
Yeah, I had a buddy who invited us out, who invited me out to play some golf, and was quite excited. And as I was pulling up to the course, I was just checking in with him, seeing if he was there. He's like, "Hey, just to let you know, we're playing with a professional long driver." It's like a little intimidating. I was like, "All right, I don't know." Hopefully, I was able to pipe a few down the fairway with him watching. But I ended up meeting Nick, and we really hit it off from the start. He told me his backstory, what his history was with sports, and ultimately how he got into the golf industry, and told me about his story with Long Drive. And then from Long Drive, he started a putter refurbishing company called 847 Customs. And at the time, Nick was buying and also selling custom ball markers and divot tools. And he was telling me what he's paying for. And I also own a truck parts manufacturer. And so I had a lot of the machinery and tooling. And I said, I was just willing to help the guy out and see what I could do. I had a lot of the machines that could cut blanks and make divot tools and whatnot. And I said, whatever the cost is, dude, I'll help you out and go from there. And we started doing that. And then, he started telling me a little bit about his business model and how he's going to grow 847 Customs. And I offered some of my thoughts, if you will, on how I've grown my business. And, one day Nick said to me, "I'm sick of working on other people's putters. I want to make my own. I want to make a custom putter." And I said, "I don't know the first thing about the custom putter world, but sounds cool. I love golf. I was an avid golfer. I am an avid golfer." Nick started throwing out some prices of what custom putters sell for. And I said, "You're out of your mind. Nobody buys putters for that much." Started telling me to look on social media, follow this person, see what they're doing, see how often they're coming out with content, which is obviously another sale for them. And I realized that there was a market for it. Is that, I've always enjoyed custom items, whatever they were. I always like, especially when it comes to golf, I like being different. I always enjoyed having something different in my bag. And it really started with a head cover, because I had a different head cover in my bag, and it was always a conversation starter. And the company I bought it from had excellent customer service. I mean, when I ordered my first head cover from them, I got a personal note, and then I ordered, more head covers and a putter head cover, and it came with, "Hey, thank you again for your purchase." And I called Nick back and I said, "Nick, I think there's an opportunity here to differentiate ourselves in the market. As we get into it and we talk about KREW Golf, we're doing there's a lot of custom putter companies out there, but we're doing something different in the aspect of we allow our customers to fully customize a putter. Obviously we adhere to any licensing or logos or restrictions that we have there, but whatever you want on your putter, we're more than willing to put on there. And a lot of the custom putter companies that are out there today are not doing that, right? They limit you. They'll put on your initials, they'll put in your name, and that's pretty much it. And so from there, Nick and I put together a business plan, started thinking about ideas, on how we can market this. What are we going to call it? And that conversation started in September of 2020. By the end of December 2020, we had a name and put together an operating agreement for ourselves and incorporated our business. And then April 2021, we shipped out our first custom putter. And so it's exciting that we met on the golf course, because obviously we're a golf brand, but our business relationship and our personal relationship and our friendship has grown ever since.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a great story. Yeah,
it's really the ideal business model, especially for a golf brand called KREW, where your name is derived from your golf crew.
Right.
Super, super dope.
Yeah, definitely wanted to hit on that. Like the whole crew aspect, stems from probably you guys meeting on the golf course. And that is a big part of why we play golf. You know what I mean? Like you said, the score, goes up and down, but it's who you're with. It's who you're playing golf with. It's your crew.
Of course.
I can't remember how we came up with that name. I think that we came up with like a couple different ones, and I was like, I don't know how I thought of KREW, but I was like, dude, you play golf, you're like with a crew of guys, and it stuck,
Yeah, definitely. Love it.
I would say my most memorable rounds is not necessarily the course I've played, but the people I'm with. And, we wanted to incorporate, we were just talking about, hey, different ideas for different names. And we didn't want to use our name, because a lot of the custom putters that are out there today utilize the individual's name who started the company. And obviously there's two of us, but Nick's last name being Kiefer, and us trying to incorporate this camaraderie or this crew, we said, how about KREW with a K? And really after that, it was end of discussion. Let's move forward with KREW.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Now, Nick, to backtrack a little bit, what got you into putter refinishing, which kind of sparked the idea, I guess you would say, for KREW in general, of becoming its own putter manufacturer, so that you could stop working on other people's putters and start doing the best of the best, the ones you guys are making?
So I still do 847 customs. It's a lot smaller than it was, just because KREW's getting a lot busier. But going back in 2015, I started doing pro long drive. I come from a baseball background. I played baseball my entire life. I ended up getting drafted in 2012, and I got hurt.
Oh, damn.
So I picked a different route. I actually got into cheerleading. That's how I met my wife, which is funny enough. So I was tossing around girls and catching them. So it wasn't a bad gig. So
not a bad gig.
There you go. Love it.
So I got into golf basically in 2015. Coming from a baseball background, I saw long drive on TV, and I was like, dude, I feel like I can do this. I got a long drive club, went to the PGA Superstore. I was hitting it like 350 on the monitor, and people were like, oh, you should try this. You should try this. So I started watching long drive more, and I was like, dude, these guys are hitting like 430, 440. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. So I ended up getting a couple long drive specific clubs with lower lofts, and I went down to my first event in South Carolina. I kind of got hooked. So it went from 2015. I started 2016 and 2017 were kind of like my full years of doing it. 2017, I did well. I signed with Callaway in 2017, and I got third at the World Championships. And I was on Golf Channel a bunch of times, and it kind of opened up the doors, right? So when I was on full staff with Callaway, obviously they send you a bunch of stuff. You can't sell it. That's kind of in your contract. And I broke my hand in 2018. So I did the same injury as Bryson DeChambeau. I broke the hook of my hamate, so I had a little bone taken out. It was the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life. And coming from like an injury or like a background, I used to skateboard and BMX growing up as a kid. And dude, this was literally the worst thing in the entire world. It was the most painful, this little bone in your hand that you don't need, but it just chipped off and kind of was breaking in there. And so I had surgery in 2018. I missed out on the World Championships. So in that time of me breaking my hand and recovering, I couldn't do anything. How I made an income, I was literally hitting golf balls. So I was competing, and I was doing corporate and charity events for a living. So I had an agent who booked me charity events, and I would travel around the country, and I would do corporate and charity events, hit golf balls for people, and then as well as compete. So breaking your hand, I mean, thankfully I didn't break my left hand, but it was my right hand that I broke. But So then I started doing some like different paint fills on, wedges that they would send me and stuff, just of my own stuff. And I post on my Instagram, and that basically snowballed, dude. People were hitting me up. Hey, can you do this? I was doing like some like sandblast etching on some stuff. And that turned into 847 customs to where I was doing 120, 130 putters a month. I was basically refinishing it all.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I still do that. I still like doing that. It's more of a closed circuit and a closed books than it is like, hey, like anyone can send in anything, because I only pick and choose on what I do. Yeah. But I built that from 0 to almost 10,000 followers in about a year and a half. And I got a real loyal fan base. And then that's when I was like, dude, like I from taking in so many OEM putters and seeing what people like and seeing what paint fills and what style and what weights and everything like that, I was like, dude, I could do this. Like I can, I was just like, I just need someone who knows what they're doing business wise, because I'm dumber than shit, but I can make a putter. You know what I mean? So that's what turned into KREW. That's how I met Jordan. And I think he beat me that day of golf too, as well.
Oh,
yeah. Listen, dude, I've been playing golf since 2015. I'm not a very good golfer. I would say consistently, like, I'm not embarrassing by any means. Like, coming from baseball to golf, I would think I have a pretty decent golf swing. I'm also left-handed, so we naturally have a better looking swing.
Nice, pretty lefty swing.
Yeah. But I would say comfortably, if I play, I would say I'm probably about a 6-7 ish, right around there. The funny thing is, like, the best part of my game is my wedges, and I would say putting, to be honest with you. Like, me hitting the fairway with long irons is probably the hardest. Driver is good, but the long irons and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's it, man. Met Jordan, and I was like, dude, what do you do? And he told me, he's like, I own a truck clutch manufacturing company, and how I make the ball markers is actually I used to make them on a lathe. So I would buy like solid bar stock material, just round bar stock material. And then you would put them on a lathe, it would turn, and then you would cut them individually. And I was sending them out to someone to have it done. And this dude's right down the street from me. And I was like, dude, can you like help me out?
Yeah. There you go.
And that's basically how it turned, man. A couple months later, I was doing it. And I was like, dude, like, do you know anything about business? Because I don't, so that's how we met, man. It's been great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love those like watch face ball markers that you guys make too. I've seen those on the website. They're super dope.
So those are actually laser engraved.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's done with a fiber laser. So fiber can cut through metal. So that's actually basically like designed in a design software, and then that's actually laser engraved, which is pretty crazy that a laser can do that.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, one thing I wanted to hit on, you said you got drafted. I played baseball. I recently played baseball in college, just getting out of it. But you got drafted in 2012, you said? That's awesome.
Yeah, 2012. So again, I got hurt. So I went to a JUCO college out in McHenry, Illinois, so I could get drafted quicker, because me and school were just not there. I was just like, since a young kid, I was like, I want to play baseball. So technically on paper, I didn't get drafted as you can say, but it was more of like, I had the potential, like I was going to, and then I got hurt and everything kind of went down the tubes. But yeah, I mean, dude, I'm 5'10" on a good day. I'm left-handed. I was throwing low 90s to mid 90s.
Dude, that's awesome.
I could hit well too. So that was a big thing as well. So I played baseball from, when I was 2 all the way till I was like 20 ish. Yeah. I played on travel most of my life. High school, I didn't even play. I played my freshman year. Me and the coach didn't get along. And I was throwing 86 when I was a freshman. I didn't play on varsity. So
that's insane. Especially as a lefty. Come on. Yeah. A lefty throwing high 8s, low 9s.
That's every coach's dream.
Exactly.
I know, dude. But
I had to hit on that though, because
the whole school and the student athlete, I guess you could say.
Right. Yeah, the transition from baseball to golf is definitely tough, though. I feel like
it is tough, but it's very similar how you create power.
Definitely.
Right? Like, it's used the same way. Correct. Yeah. So like, that's how I transitioned so easy in the long drive. Is I basically had the speed, but you would just hit these huge slices, right? Because you would swing across it. But I got a swing coach, and I worked with him for about a year and a half, and it developed me to have a decent golf swing. And as soon as you could swing on plane, the correct plane, you're going to be a lot faster than a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my big problem for a while. I felt like I was swiping at everything, what I mean? Just trying to break that up, those old habits, definitely. Yeah.
It's
on that though.
Definitely tough.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you guys to be able to get to link up and work with some of the big content creators in the golf space right now, Fat Perez and Joey Cold Cuts, and be able to customize and make their custom putters? Because I mean, we saw those online and top of the line. They're super
Incredible.
dope. The sandwich on the bottom of Joey's is sweet,
Yeah.
and then FP's got himself smoking a cigar
I
on
was
the
gonna say
bottom.
that is
dope.
amazing. That is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so for us, it's it's always been this for us to grow the brand. It's a social media play, and we've always we've always held true to that, and the fact that we're going to do what we can to continue to put out great content, but then also gain followers. Gain followers by different collaborations. And so really, it's just bootstrapping it. It's as simple as us messaging these guys and girls as well throughout the last 2 years of saying, hey, what can we do to collaborate with you? We'd love to make you a putter. We're just looking for some love on some social media and see where it goes from there. So we were lucky enough with Joey Cold Cuts to for him to agree. We made him a putter. He loved it. Fat Perez saw it and said the same thing. Hey, I want one. And one thing led to another. And those guys' following is strictly golf, and they have a dedicated, loyal following. So when they post something, their followers love it, right? And they in return will start following the companies that they're working with. So for us, it's helped tremendously in terms of building our social media platform and our followers. And it was exciting to work with them. And most of the time, anytime we're working with golf influencers, social media influencers, it's our big thing is let us have the opportunity to build something unique for you, right? Give us a general idea on what you're thinking, and then we'll go from there. And that's really what we did with Cold Cuts, with Fat Perez, and with others to build them something special that A, they were surprised to see, right? Because they gave us a general idea, but B, something that they like and they want to bring out on the course with them.
For sure. Yeah.
Bro, I can tell you one thing. To be completely honest with you, though, there are a lot of people in this industry that are not good people, and that's just how it is. Like we've reached out to some people, and we have done some stuff for some people that it turned up to be not a good idea.
Yeah.
And Joey Cold Cuts and Fat Perez are literally one of the nicest, genuine influencers we have ever talked to.
That's awesome.
That's good to hear.
Awesome.
And like through like the 847 stuff, like I did a ton of stuff with big OEM brands. I did a ton of stuff with influencers and everything like that. And I ran into some issues too. But now as it's getting bigger and bigger with these influencers, dude, sometimes they just take it a little bit too serious than what it is. Yeah. And luckily Joey and Fat Perez and a couple other people that we've done some stuff for, like, dude, one of the nicest freaking people in the entire world. Like Fat Perez, like our initial agreement was like, hey dude, we're going to make you a putter. You can do whatever you want. Just post a story about it, do something like, and then I was like, hey, since it's the end of the year, can you do a giveaway? The dude did a giveaway for us.
Yeah.
Like who else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And dude, that dramatically boosted our social media. I mean,
yeah,
I think we got like 7,000 followers overnight. Like it was gnarly, dude. Gnarly. And then like a couple days later, our Instagram got hacked.
Oh man.
Some damn people in Turkey, man.
Oh my
God. They hacked our Instagram.
Oh, that's the worst. God. It shows you're doing something right though if you're getting targeted for something like that. You know what I mean? You're
man. I mean, listen, like that, like from starting 847 from the ground up too, it's like, dude, that's all I did. I'd reach out to people and like, hey, I'd love to do a refinish for you. We could post a refinish on your Instagram, yada yada yada. I'm like, or organically, that's the way to do it, and people find out a lot faster than if you were to do like paid advertising stuff. Like, yeah, we still do like some sponsored posts and stuff like that, but it doesn't drive nearly the targeted traffic like if you were to do it with a genuine good influencer person.
For sure.
Yeah. And they have such like genuine followings, like you guys were saying, like they post that and their followers are gonna immediately go to your page. It's almost even better than having like a PGA Tour professional. They have, these influencers have such crazy followings and such loyal followings.
Yeah,
exactly.
Listen, dude, I mean, like we were fortunate enough to get our putter in Vijay Singh's hand and then also his son.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw that at the PNC. I think they
Yeah, yeah.
brought home a dub with the
Yeah.
crew putter and staff bag. I think
Yeah, yeah.
BJ's son was using.
Yeah, dude,
So
and
us,
that was great.
we had a connection with Koss, and first it was, hey, can we send a putter to VJ for some pictures, and then Koss reached out to us and said, hey, if you make me a putter for the PNC, I'd be more than happy to game it, and I'll send you a bag. Can you embroider it for us? And we said absolutely. And probably 3 weeks before the PNC, we got Koss's putter, brought it out to the green, and it felt good in his hands. And I was always saying to Nick, if this is our first, possible entrance into being on TV, and it would be amazing if Koss and VJ did well. They've been playing this thing for 16 years, and for them to come out with a victory, and I was texting Koss after and saying, dude, it's amazing. How did the putter
Super,
feel
super cool.
and
That's
whatnot? And even he said, a lot of people were commenting that his putting game was strong that weekend.
That's what you want to hear.
100%.
Yeah, and helped him bring home the win. So that was huge for us. And
Listen, I'm not saying anything, but
it's
dude,
amazing.
they've been doing that for 16 years. They never won, and we sent them a putter and they won.
And they won.
I'm not trying to say anything, but you never know. Dude.
I mean, statistics are
I
statistics,
was gonna
numbers
say,
are numbers,
right.
facts are
Just,
facts.
yeah.
A lot of
Exactly.
sense. Makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
Some of the
Well,
I
was cool.
also want to say I do like that you guys stay true to the roots and do a lot of like Chicago inspired designs that we'll see on the website with the photo gallery and everything. And it's cool to see that you guys aren't just like jumping on whatever the trend is, like this football team's doing good, we're gonna make one for them, or this is that, we're gonna do one for that. Like it was just cool to see true to the roots, Chicago, Windy City stuff. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say a lot of our customers, reach out to us, and we have something on our website called Craftsman Choice, and that's basically Nick doing his thing, and a lot of guys want, crafted, crew crafted in Chicago. They want a Chicago aspect to it, and they're not from Chicago. They love the fact that our product's made in the United States, and want to show, some homage to our roots.
Definitely.
For sure. I think that Craftsman Choice option is super, super, super cool, and something that a lot more people need to consider, because like it says on the website, it gives Nick a chance to just go at it with his full artistic ability and like make something that you're going to open up and be like, well, goddamn, I couldn't even have thought of this myself.
Right.
And I don't know, it's just one of those things that not a lot of people also offer,
Exactly.
I'll give the little follower. So this is basically a Craftsman Choice mallet that I'm finishing. This is kind of a camo pattern that I'm doing.
Oh, sweet. Was that on your story not too long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was
awesome.
the programming of it. But this is like,
That
dude,
is
like
sweet. That is sweet.
again, like we're still very new. Like, just like Jordan said, like we started from zero to where we're at now. So like a lot of the stuff that we're doing, and especially myself too, with the machining stuff, is like I'm learning every single day. And like right now, I can tell you truthfully, like, bro, we're not even getting close to breaking the ice yet.
Yeah.
Like with the like with the stuff that we can come out with, the stuff that we can produce, with how detailed the stuff can be, like, bro, we're not even close at all. And
Dude, that's one thing I was
day
gonna
by
say.
day, yeah.
Sorry, not to cut you off. The
No, yeah, you're
graphics
good.
and the stuff that the art, like the stuff that you guys put on the putter, is just so different than anything else I've ever seen. Like I'm thinking of the Fat Perez graphic of him with the cigar, like just something you never see on a putter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hearing that you're just breaking the ice as far as what you guys can do, that's really exciting. Definitely.
Yeah, bro. I have so many things in my brain that I want to put on a putter, but it's just figuring out how to do it in the programming to put it on the putter, right?
Definitely.
And obviously you're limited with tooling and machine and everything like that. So, we're very small. We're not a Bettinardi. We're not a Tyson Lamb. We're not a Scotty Cameron. Like Bettinardi's 45 minutes from us, right? They're a what, 70,000 square foot facility. Probably more than that. They probably got 70, 80 machines. So they're huge, man. And hopefully we get to that one day. And our goal right now is just to put out the most badass stuff that we can and keep chugging along.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
Love
awesome.
it. Love to hear.
So for the necks on some of these putters, just looking at the different designs that you guys offer for the neck, is there any aspect, it might not even be the neck, but is there anything that you found after you drew it up, you were like, damn, this is really hard to actually put from paper into reality when it comes to like the putter? Like, is twisting, like, is there anything that's like a struggle, I would say?
Bro, number one, people who don't understand what goes into welding a neck on and bending it to the loft and lie, it's hard as shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's not easy. And before we started KREW was the first putter neck I've ever bent in my life. Like I had I'm not kidding you. I probably bent that neck 25 times until I got it right.
Trial and error, man.
Yeah,
you gotta do it till it's right.
But like funny enough, like I have a twisted neck here that I'm kind of doing some funny stuff with, just kind of messing around for a putter that I'm going to release here soon. But
sweet.
Yeah, like just stuff like this is a lot of trial and error and just kind of figuring out, what looks good and what doesn't. There's millions of ways that you can do the neck, but there's only a couple ways to where you can have a loft and lie and the offset. So regardless of what the neck looks like, if the neck is in the offset and the lie and the loft that you want, the putter will play exactly the same as something else, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of it. But yeah, the necks are kind of a cool little thing. There's a ton of different ways to be able to do it.
Yeah, it's sweet. Has getting into like the actual game of golf, what do you guys got in the bag right now outside of your putter? And then what's the KREW putter that you guys are using right now looking like? Any special customizations you guys might have done too?
Jordan can go first.
Yeah, so I'm a creature of habit. I mean, I still have the same exact putter that was probably the second or third putter that we ever made.
Nice.
In my bag.
It still looks really good too, to be honest with you.
It still looks great. It's chromatic bronze, and anytime somebody says, I want chromatic bronze, I shoot them a picture of mine. I'm like, this is 2 years later. Look how good it looks. So, I've played the same exact KREW putter since day
Jordan
one.
does not take care of his clubs, dude. He throws them. He throws them in the back of his truck, dude. Like he doesn't baby him by any means.
Hey, it's a testament to how well
I'm also playing our KREW prototype wedges. So we got some blocks of steel, and Nick made me out some wedges probably a year and a half ago. So I'm still rocking those. So those are pretty tight. And then
those hopefully will come one day.
Yeah, they will come.
Awesome. That would be sweet.
Yeah.
What degrees are you running on those bad boys right now?
I play a 52, 56, and a 60.
Nice. Love it.
Same here.
With a lot of balance.
Yeah, besides that, I play Titleist driver, Titleist woods, and TaylorMade P700 irons.
Nice.
Yeah. Nick, what do you play?
I got a center shaft blade KREW that I built probably about a year and a half ago. I'm very plain Jane, dude. I'm not crazy like gaudy stuff, to be honest with you. It's just a satin finish with Tiffany paint fill with a black shaft and Tiffany grip. I played that putter, dude. Ever since I switched to center shaft, though, like my putting has gotten a lot better. I don't know if it's just because I'm more, and as a kid, I used to play hockey as well. So I don't know if it's more of like just to take back, like straightforward swing. But oddly enough, I played hockey right-handed. So it's kind of the opposite.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Yeah. So I do everything left-handed, but I play hockey right-handed. But the way that I can just feel the center shaft of going straight back, straight forward just helps me a little bit putt better. So I've been playing that for a while. Wedges, I play Mizuno. I think they're the T20s, I think. Nice. Irons, I play Miura's.
Yep.
I did a set of wedges for Miura through 847, and that was kind of the hookup deal and stuff like that. So,
that's sweet.
Recently, what I switched to, so I play all LA Golf shafts in all my stuff. I started with them in long drive too. So I was hitting LA Golf before they were LA Golf, and they switched to LA Golf. They went from Matrix to LA Golf. So I got their I don't know what they're called, but they're the 125 series. They're all graphite, and I swing super hard. Like I swing a 7-iron like 120 miles an hour. So
oh damn,
goddamn.
Yeah. So I'm built different.
What's your 7-iron carry looking like right now?
About 205 to 215, somewhere around that area.
Monster.
Yeah,
but dude, like I taught myself how to lay back on stuff. Like when I first started playing, like I would swing hard at everything, right? But I can ease off stuff. I can hit different shot shapes and stuff like that, but not exactly how I like to all the time.
Yeah, dude. I always say that, like, coming from baseball, you never like swung like soft or easy at anything. You know what I mean? So you have to like remind yourself, like, you never
I
like
didn't bunt. I'd never bunted one
now,
time in
yeah.
my entire life, so I was not a bunter.
Yeah.
I have a 2-iron, so I go from driver 2-iron, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pitching wedge, and then 52, 54, and 56.
Nice.
And then the putter. The 2-iron is a Callaway UT utility iron. I bent it down to 16 degrees, so I can hit that thing like 310.
Let's go.
Super sick.
That's got to be one of the perks of having all those
Bro,
machines at your fingertips to be able to dial it in.
Dude,
And
the freaking that 2-iron, I'm not kidding you. Besides the fact that I broke the face on like 3 of them, I flattened the face on them. Luckily, Callaway is good to me, and they send me new 2-irons. But that is one of the hottest 2-irons I've ever hit in my life, dude. It's I mean, it's basically a normal person's driver.
Yeah,
I guess you can say. And then my driver. So I recently am doing some stuff with PXG for a driver.
Sweet.
They sent me a driver to test out, and it's a 7-degree loft, and I could turn it down 2 degrees. We'll see how long it lasts. But before that, I was basically hitting the long drive heads for golf and my charity and corporate events. So it's a Callaway Epic. It's all titanium. There's no carbon in it. The standard loft is 5 degrees, and you can turn it down 2 or turn it up 2. So when we were competing, I was using like a 2.5 degree, 3-degree driver. And when I play or when I do the corporate events, it's like a 5.5, 6, right around that area.
Now on these club heads, are you like switching them out in between events, or how long, like how many full swings are you getting out of the average club head? Like not even brand specific, just anybody who's really long driving. Like, because a lot of people don't know, I think, that when you're swinging a club that fast, they don't last forever.
Well, bro, to be honest with you, there's realistically only 3 brands now in long drive. It's Callaway, Cobra, and Crank. The stock OEM drivers from any of those manufacturers will probably break within 120 golf balls. Not explode necessarily, but the faces will flatten so much that they don't really do anything. Yeah. I've broken a fair share of Callaway. I've broken a fair share of TaylorMade stuff. Especially with the carbon. The carbon's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
It's not made to accept that amount of ball speed. It's just not. That's just a fact. But guys are getting faster and faster, as if you notice, like guys are 190, 195, 200 now in PGA Tour, and they're starting to make the stuff more durable, right?
Yeah.
Like Bryson is kind of the first one that kind of took that next step to, like, he could hit it 205 to 210 on the course, or he could dial it down to 187. Yeah. Right. So him working with Cobra is super cool. The problem is, dude, I'm left-handed. So these manufacturers will only make stuff in right-handed because there's not enough lefties. So I am screwed.
We're roommates, which we might not have mentioned before. Yeah. And our third roommate, he's left-handed, golfs with us every single time that we go out. Yeah. And the struggle he went through to get the specific clubs he was looking for was ridiculous. He was like like, I'm not even getting new clubs. I want this, and I can never find it. And I'm like, dude, I don't blame you. It's tough.
Bro, if KREW ever becomes a multi-million-dollar company, I'm freaking making left-handed drivers.
Let's go.
The people, KREW's for the people.
Yeah. So I know you mentioned your 2-iron goes like 300, 310. What does your driver go like when you're just playing regular round? Just curious.
I would say, I mean, obviously,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I would say depending on conditions, probably anywhere from 340 to 380.
Monster, love it.
Probably somewhere on there. I mean, I would say I'm probably averaging conservatively probably 202 to 207 playing golf ball speed wise.
Yeah,
with a driver. So that's just kind of a swing that I developed. Just a lot of me and my buddies who do these charity and corporate events. It's just we just kind of call it our charity swing, because like when we're hitting golf balls for all these people, we're not going at it as hard as we can all day. We'll have a heart attack.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of a charity swing, so it's just a smooth swing that's a little bit harder than a normal golf swing. Yeah, so yeah, I would say probably around like the 200 to 205 ish mark. Right. Nice. Wow. But now I'm fat and out of shape, so I don't know. Probably like a buck 12.
Still going.
It's all these freaking putter orders, man.
Yeah,
you know, I'm just eating and sitting at the machine.
Hey, that's a good thing though. Sitting at that machine,
cranking the orders out.
Could be worse. I'll tell you what.
For sure.
Yeah,
definitely. Busy is good.
So having 847 and KREW Golf going, what's the coolest part of being like in the golf industry? I guess you would say, like, an experience you guys might have been able to share, experience that you wouldn't have had if you didn't do this company. Right.
Yeah, for me, I think, the best part about it is, for me, is I play a lot of golf, and it's a conversation starter. First and foremost, like, it's amazing for me every time I'm out there and I'm pulling my KREW putter out of my bag. I mean, that's my company. And so that's the best part about it, right? That brings a lot of pride and joy, and that's just what it excites me about it every time, is because I love golf, and the fact that I have my own putter company and putter brand and golf brand is really exciting to me. And that's what excites me, and that's what I think the best part about this whole thing is. I think, not only that, but also, with that is the emails, the calls, the texts that we get from our customers after they get their putter, and not only do they love the way they look, but they go out in the course, and we've had probably a dozen customers come to us and say, I got my putter and I shot the best round of my life. And I'm not saying we're doing anything different than any of the other putter manufacturers out there, but what differentiates us is that everything is custom, one of one. And I never even took this into consideration when we were building and talking about KREW, is that, the confidence that our customers have in pulling that putter out of their bag, that it's their putter, nobody else has this putter, is that's what brings me excitement and joy, and what we're doing, and not only what it brings to myself, but what it's bringing to all of our customers as well.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to that old saying, look good, feel good, play good. KREW putters do all three of those.
Exactly.
So.
We always say too, like, if you watch any of our episodes, you probably heard us say it once, golf is a gear game. You know what I mean? So everyone wants, like, the custom putter definitely aligns with that. You know what I mean? Like you said, you want to pull something out of the bag that nobody else has, that you can, talk about, and, it's awesome.
It's again, kind of what I just said. It's a conversation starter. And anytime somebody pulls a putter out of their bag, they're always going to have a conversation.
Right.
Whether I'm playing with my buddies and they're asking me about how are things going with KREW, or I'm playing with people I've never met before, and they see my bag, it says KREW Golf. They see my putter, it says KREW Golf. They see all my stuff, it says KREW Golf, and they're like, "What's KREW Golf?" And then I tell them, and I pull out my putter, and they're like, obviously we've never seen anything like that. At least the design. Right. Head shapes are all fairly similar, but it's everybody with golf is everybody wants to be, whether they will admit it or not, they want to be different than all their buddies, right? Definitely. And a lot of times you're pulling out your same stuff out of your bag that your buddies are pulling out, right? So for us to be able to provide something to our customers that's different and is going to differentiate you from anybody else on the golf course is, I love that. I started out by telling you I love the custom aspect of anything, and when it has to do with golf, and I love golf, it goes hand in hand.
Putter's such a personal club too. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like, so you use it every hole. Obviously, you need to be super comfortable with it. You got to be looking down at something that you really enjoy. Definitely get that. I mean, putters.
What I tell customers is, listen, our putters are not the cheapest thing that you can buy for a putter, and you get guys who will spend $500, $600, $700 on a driver, right? You're using a driver maybe 14 times in a round. Yeah. You're using your putter, if you're a good putter, maybe 30 to 36 times in a round. Right. So, put your money where it deserves. And that's the most important part of your game. And that's where you need the most confidence as well. And so, I feel like a custom putter and being unique, one of one, gives people confidence in what they're doing.
For sure.
Yeah. While we're on the customization aspect of it too, it's kind of like, the putters tell their own story in the same way that anyone who goes out and gets a tattoo tells its own story, and they're conversation starters in the exact same way. And kind of going back to the whole craftsman choice option with everything, it adds kind of a cool layer, a cool aspect to it, in the sense of you kind of just can lead Nick in the right direction of what you want, and he's going to bring you that finished piece, that conversation starter that hopefully tells the exact story you were going for with your putter. So
right. Pretty cool. Love it. For sure.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I encourage anybody, if they're indecisive, and we get a lot of guys who's like, I don't know what I want. Like, just let Nick do his thing. Nick's extremely creative, and he wants to differentiate. He's never going to, you know, repeat a putter he's already done. So let him do his thing. And, you know, if you don't have that creative aspect to you, I promise you Nick does. And he's going to come up with something that you're going to be extremely proud of to have.
Yeah. And Nick's done so many of them, you know what I mean? You know what's going to look good on a putter too. You know, you have that feel that people can trust you. You know what I mean? You're going to put out a good product. And it's just
dude,
clear
I
that you
don't
love
even know
doing
what
it
we have,
too, you know?
how many putters we've done yet. Like, I don't even know where we're at. I lost track.
Yeah, countless, you know, and I feel like, you know, you're so passionate about it. You can just tell by talking to you guys how much you guys really like doing this. You know what I mean? So picking that craftsman choice, you know, you're definitely gonna get something good.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing, man, for me is that having something that I've made and someone else has, right?
Yeah.
And like that's only like there's only one of those out there, which is kind of cool for me because yeah, like all of our head shapes are going to be the same, like when people want blades and stuff like that. But like, there's always going to be something different for putter to putter. Excuse me. That's what's cool to me is that I created something out of a solid block of steel to make it into a putter that you putt with that you have and you're going to have for a very long time. Like listen, dude, our putters are something that if you're going to spend the money on, you're going to have for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Like this isn't something where like, which obviously a lot of people will buy something, that buy another thing, buy this, buy that. That's just how the golf game is. But like our putters are made one of one to be something that you can have, you can hand down to your kid, you can, you know, keep it for a long time. So, and like realistically, we're pretty cheap actually in the custom putter era of the market. So,
right. Yeah, you're totally right though. Someone orders a custom putter, that's something they're obviously probably going to plan to have for a long time, very personal to them, something they're going to cherish. It must be really cool that you can know all those 1-on-1s are out there in people's bags, and it's probably their favorite part about it.
Yeah, man, putters are collectible. You know, you don't see a guy with 20 drivers.
Yeah,
you know
right.
I mean? or 20 fairway woods. Like putters are kind of the custom putter market is kind of like the watch industry, right? Like a lot of people want them, and the people who spend money on stuff is stuff that they can't all have. So
Right. Exactly.
That's the big thing. That's how everything gets hyped behind it, is that you make a certain amount of them and people buy that certain amount and you can't get any more, you know?
Definitely. For sure.
All right, so just one other question for you guys. Is there anything you guys might have planned for the 2023 season or year? Could even just be goals for the company. Could be some product you might have an idea for, new colors, new shape, whatever you guys are. What are you guys planning?
Coming out with lefty drivers.
Oh yeah,
Let's go. Let's go.
It's
We're
gonna be
gonna
the
focus on
title,
putters.
title of this video.
Yeah.
Lefty drivers from the crew.
Yeah.
We'll click.
This is where I keep Nick on track. We're going to focus on putters. No, we have a few, we have a few things that we're working on. There's a few things. So first being, we want to this year release a stock series putter. So essentially be able to provide a putter at a more affordable price to broaden our market with limited customization. So allowing us we'll have a design, we'll produce it, not in masses, but we'll produce an X amount of units at a time and allow somebody to choose the paint fill, choose the loft lie, shaft length, color of grip, and then also, perhaps put their initials on the putter. So that'll be exciting to do a stock series and do a release throughout the year. We're working on partnerships and collaborations in whether it's in the golf influencer community or whether it's with big brands out there that might not necessarily be golf related, but want to market their product to golf. So that's really exciting for us. And we're also working on one which ties hand in hand with our stock series, but a one-piece putter. So right now, all of our putters are 2-piece, so they're all welded necks. But we are looking to create a one-piece putter that will be, again, more part of our stock series.
One-piece putters are a pain in the ass. They are literally, dude. It's crazy because they're a lot harder to machine and they cost more money, but you have to charge less money for them because they're not as custom, right?
Yeah.
So, like for instance, like here, 1 second, I'll show you.
I was gonna say, the process must be totally different.
Give you a little sneak preview here, boys.
Let's go.
Perfect.
Hype.
All right, hold on. Let me grab.
Here we go.
All right, here. So basically start. This is a longer piece, but this is a solid block. So this is 303 stainless. It goes from this. Normally it would be about 4 inches, right? So it goes from 4 inches to basically first op. Okay. That's the first operation of the putter. It's about 90% of the putter done. That takes about an hour and 5 minutes.
Wow.
Okay. So then that would be when I add any type of engraving, stuff that you want, anything on the bumpers. Then this would also be when I do the bottom. So whatever type of engraving or whatever people want on the bottom. Then that's put into another fixture, right? And you still got this chunk of meat right here that you got to cut down.
Yeah.
So that goes from that to basically that. Right?
Wow, damn.
So that gets cut down to that. Then I add whatever type of face milling, whatever type of face engraving, stuff like that on there. All in all, just to machine the putter, well, not touching it, right? Not doing any type of hand finishing, hand stamping. You're looking at probably about 2 hours and 40 minutes, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm just trying to give a little example of the people that are listening. Like,
yeah,
listen, our putters start off around $700. Okay. Our putters go up to, think what, like the most expensive putter with an LA golf shaft, $1,700, right? That's because you stick a, $430 shaft on it. Right. But as far as us being in the custom market to put basically whatever you want on it, we're fairly cheap compared to the other competitors. Not saying that, we're using cheap materials by any means. Like all the materials that we get are American grade stainless. We use good tooling. We use, I think in my opinion, we use probably some of the best head covers as well as grips and shafts and just the stuff that we put on it. So
for sure.
A custom putter, dude, a custom putter from start to finish, depending on what it is, takes a good probably 8 to 10 hours to fully finish. And depending on if like I've done ones where I've hand stamped the bottom and just the stamping on the bottom takes about 5.5 hours.
It's a lot of labor.
So,
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So it just depends. And I'm the only guy touching your putter, right? Thank goodness for Jordan, because there would be no crew with how I can't type emails. I'm dumber than shit. I told you, but when you put a hammer or something in my hand, dude, we're good.
There you go. Yeah, love it. That's that. Thanks for showing us that, though. That's really cool.
Man.
Seeing kind of the different stages when it comes from a single block and things like that.
Basically, the difference between that and a one piece, right? So, like you have 2 pieces. So you have this, and then you have the next, right? It's a little blurry. When you have that in the next. So basically, what happens is that these are machined. These are cut to length, right? And then these get plopped onto here and welded on, right? And then if you wanted to do, a screw neck. So these are screw necks that this will get basically welded on, right? So everything right now gets welded on. The reason being, for us, it's a lot easier to make the putter head shape that we want. And with the stuff that we're limited tool with machines and toolings, because we don't have, $700,000 machines like all these other companies do, to be able to create the stuff a lot more efficiently. We have one machine. We make our putters on one machine. That's it. It's not the biggest machine, but that's what we have because we're a smaller business. So what we're producing on this machine, dude, compared to what we could be producing in the future when we do get bigger, I'm telling you right now, dude, it's like apples to oranges. Like it's going to be completely different, and there's going to be so much more stuff that we can do in a more what's the word I'm looking for, Jordan? In a more efficient way and time. Right?
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Super
Bigger machines, I can take 30 of these blocks and machine 30 putters at once.
Yeah.
Smaller machines, you can do 3 at a time.
Right. Yeah, streamline the whole process, or at least
exactly.
said, help it. That'd be awesome. Yeah, super exciting to hear, though, because you guys are already pumping out an amazing product. I can't even imagine what
we're trying, brother.
Sure. Speaking of those head covers, I mean, there's no other boutique putter company that's going and giving you a Dormy Workshop head cover, and we've interviewed those guys too. Talked to them. Good group of guys over there in Canada. I mean, it's just awesome.
They got our putters too.
I was going to say, we're going to pop some images up on the screen for everybody to see. We on the gallery online, you can see the 3 different putters that you guys did for them. Super
awesome.
It's been for us, it's been a great partnership. And, Nick and I have from day one talked about quality, and we want to put quality product into the market. when it comes to our putters. And obviously we're not making our own head cover, so we look for a quality head cover to pair with our putters. And obviously there's less expensive options out there, but we wanted, real leather, great magnets, good looking stuff, great stitching. And that's where, Dormy, came to mind of, hey, let's talk to these guys and see if we can do something. Because if someone's spending $700-800+ on a putter, the last thing we want to do is put a shitty head cover on that putter. So our partnership with Dormy has been great. All of those guys rock our putters as well. So it's been fun to work with them, and their stuff is rock solid, highest quality that you could find in the head cover.
There's nothing that comes close, and that's completely honest.
Yeah.
I had a lot of companies send me test head covers, right? Because listen, at the same time, Dormy is top notch. Dormy is the best quality that you can get, right? But when we're trying to release a stock series putter, we might not use a Dormy head cover, because at the end of the day, the Dormy head covers are super expensive. They're worth it 100%. But when we're trying to release a stock series to make it a $450 to $490 putter, sometimes you're not going to be able to use a Dormy head cover.
Right.
But nothing is even remotely close to that head cover with the weight of it. Number one, the smell of it, right? Because it is leather. But just the strength of the magnets, like we've never had one complaint about anything falling apart or anything coming off or ripping or the stitches coming apart. And I've been using the same head cover for Jordan. You've been using the same head cover too for 2.5 years. And again, Jordan beats the shit out of his golf stuff. So, but yeah, dude, they're good, man.
Awesome.
Super nice dudes. I love that it's a smaller company too. I love that it's all the brothers and they make a really good product. And dude, not even just their putter covers, but their driver covers and stuff. I don't personally have any of their stuff, but their other stuff is super sick too.
Yeah,
unreal.
Love looking at the designs they put up.
Right.
Super cool.
Some of the stuff they did with like baseball gloves too. I feel like they're
Yeah,
the only
so
one.
sick, dude.
Yeah, like you see some baseball glove head covers and it doesn't really like look like the glove. I don't know how they did it, but it looks like a baseball glove on top.
Dude,
like,
they cut it apart, man. It's art, dude.
It legitimately is. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, head covers are tough, man. I've looked into like just getting stuff to be able to make our own head covers, and it's just not even worth it, man.
Whole other ball game. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. That's sweet though. Yeah, Jeff and Todd are great guys.
they're cool, bro.
On a few weeks ago. Yeah, they're great.
Really good dudes.
For sure.
They got a whole new shop in Canada over there now, right? Nova Scotia.
Yeah. Super cool. I think they have like a full retail location now that also offers like different clubs and their head covers, obviously, and leather goods. But I think they got a TrackMan in there too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty.
How far
cool.
are you guys away from them?
Oh man, Nova Scotia to Buffalo's got to be like 12 hours, maybe.
Yeah,
it's like on the other side of Canada. I don't
they're
know,
like
dude.
They're deep
northeast.
Yeah.
Oh, really? They're deep in Canada.
They're deep in there. Yeah.
We're like
polar bears.
We're literally right on the border. Like our house is on the Niagara River, so if we look across the river, it's Canada. You could not really, but you could theoretically throw a baseball into Canada if you want.
Actually, Maurice Allen hit a golf ball over Niagara Falls. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Really?
No, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
it's the first man to do it.
Wow,
that's
awesome. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but we're super close to Canada. Like you look out our front window and you can see Canadian soil.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, there's kind of like a rapid fire question type thing that we're gonna do, and I don't know if you guys want to answer every other. You guys can decide who wants to answer the first question, but pretty much we're gonna rattle off some questions to you, some golf specific, some not, and you're just gonna try and see how quick you guys can rip through them.
First things come to your mind, Jordan. Pineapple.
Exactly.
Let's go.
All right.
Jordan, you go first.
All right. Sounds good.
So I'll start it off. We got Rory or DJ?
Rory, 100%.
Perfect. All right. We got Live or PGA?
Live.
Spikes
PGA,
or no spikes?
That's where we might differ.
A lot of people. I'm
an oddball, bro.
Yeah. Love it.
But spikes or no spikes?
No spikes.
No spikes. High-end golf ball or any golf ball?
Nick?
That's a tough question. I would say high-end, but it just depends on player.
Yeah. I'm a high-end golf ball guy, too.
Yep. Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
I'm a breakfast, dude.
Yeah, me
A
too.
little bit of eggs, bacon.
Mhm.
Nice.
Football or hockey?
Football.
Football.
I'm gonna say hockey, dude.
Okay.
We're getting a little different answers here. I'm
I
liking
don't know
it.
a lot of differences in ourselves.
Fighter,
Public
dude.
course or private course?
Private.
Private.
Nice.
Yeah. Shorts or pants when you're golfing?
Shorts.
Pants.
Bro, I literally wear
I'm a
shorts, bro. I'm
PGA,
not kidding you.
yeah.
I wear shorts year round.
The
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
are
yeah.
right now. It's 30 degrees out.
I'm wearing shorts.
All right. When it comes to your irons, you guys like blades, cavity, or muscle backs?
Muscle backs.
I'm a cavity guy.
But I like blades from 7 to pitching wedge.
Yeah, I like the combo sets too. It's definitely
Yeah.
one.
So I got like a muscle back, cavity back combo from Miro. So it's like cavity from 4 to 6, and then 7 is through 9, or 7 through pitching wedges blades.
Super dope.
I just swing too hard to have like really big cavity backs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cart or stand bag, staff bag included.
Staff.
We are totally opposite here. I'm a stand bag guy. I like to walk.
There you go.
I've never walked. Fun fact: I've never walked a golf course my entire life.
Oh.
I think we might have like 5 times.
I was gonna say it's not been we haven't done it a
You
lot.
couldn't bring me to the nicest course to walk a golf course. I still would.
I like driving the cart too. It's pretty fun.
Bro, I got super flat feet. I got feet like Fred Flintstone. So like probably 2 holes in, bro, I'd be over.
Well, it definitely changes the game. It's a whole
for
different
sure.
aspect. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'd be out of breath
I'm
by
a
the
big
first hole.
walker. Anytime I can walk, I'm walking.
That's awesome.
hell yeah.
That's sweet.
Jordan
And then
also rides a
finishing off-
Peloton too.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
But
Good
final
call.
question in the rapid fire questions: PlayStation or Xbox? If you had to choose.
Xbox.
I'm not a big gamer.
Okay.
I got young kids, so I've recently got into the Switch. So I guess
Oh,
I'm
nice.
That'd be a valid answer as well.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Switch is
bro. I got into VR, dude. I've been playing VR with my oldest. My oldest is 5.
dude.
And dude, it's some of the coolest stuff. Like the VR golf, dude, it's pretty sick.
We just had the president of Golf Plus, the game that you're probably
Oh,
playing.
no
on the
way.
app with.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah, it
interviewed
is.
him maybe a week ago.
Yeah.
And then speaking of your irons, the viewers will probably see this before the episode comes out, but we are also having the COO of Mira Golf on to talk a little bit about Mira and
Hoyt.
Japanese forged irons and all that cool
Hoyt.
stuff. So,
Hoyt McGarity, his name?
it's
Who was?
Bill is his first name.
Okay, I know Bill as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool
Yeah,
guy.
that's awesome.
So funny story for that VR golf. I bought a handle off Amazon. That's like a golf club handle,
Mhm.
and I swung it so hard, dude. The VR handle went through my ceiling.
Oh,
The ceiling.
When-
I thought you were gonna say the
when-
window.
No, dude, I was swinging in my living room, and the strap broke on the VR handle, and the thing went through my ceiling.
Oh my god.
It was the fun, but dude, honestly though, like a really cool game, and it's crazy because like when you leave the face open or you close it, the ball goes left or right.
Yeah.
100%.
Like it's dude, it's super sick.
Yeah.
Super
I think the first thing I said when I swung for the first time, I was like, dude, I have a slice in the game too. I
Bro,
was-
it's pretty real, dude.
I believe
Yeah.
the direct quote was, "Oh man, I have a slice in here too."
yeah.
Dude, seriously.
I was hoping in the metaverse I'd be, a little more.
Yeah, super
chill about it.
cool, bro.
It's sweet. Yeah, I think we were literally playing it before we left our house here.
Yeah.
We
You got
play
any
all the
hole in
time.
ones yet? Any aces?
No, dude, no.
I got one.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
go. Let's go.
See, I got 0 when it comes to like playing around, but in closest to the pin, I have 3 0 feet like made it in.
Yeah.
So
I think my closest has came on par 4s.
Oh,
okay.
That is like my closest, just from hitting like a 2-iron or like hitting like a shot. Like if I had like a 290-yard par 4 or something, or like a 330-yard par 4, like that's how I have gotten closest. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
for sure.
Oh, dude, he had like a 200+ yard hole out like when we first got the
Did
thing.
you?
Sweet. Yeah. That was like
Pretty sweet.
really early.
I think it was
and-
for
yeah.
Eagle because there's a couple flub shots in between, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that was
This
awesome.
is fucking VR. We're talking like actual golf.
Oh yeah. No, VR. I think I'm worse.
oh, dude, yeah, the VR it definitely takes some adjusting for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
definitely.
crazy.
100%.
I'm just worried I'm gonna smack someone in the face on accident when I'm doing it. Like my kid's gonna run by, and
Oh
And
yeah,
the
like we got
swing
the
and-
for whatever reason the dog wants to sit right next to you when you're swinging it. For
Yeah,
that's
right.
the one thing that blows my mind is like I'll be like I feel something breathing on my leg. Like I'm
yeah,
positive.
yeah, dude. My next goal is
Yeah.
once we get a bigger shop, dude. I wanna get a sim in there and hold some golf leagues with buddies and stuff. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
for
that'd be
sure.
Sweet. That's
Super.
awesome.
That's one of the cool things about TrackMan is you can host a tournament on there, and
Yeah.
theoretically, if you had buddies all over the country, they'd be able to log into your tournament, compete, and they'd
Yeah.
be able to see how you guys do. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, funny enough, they're actually holding long drive qualifiers. So for your fans that are listening that have heard of long drive, so long drive just got bought out.
Oh wow.
So a marketing company just bought out World Long Drive. So now it's back to World Long Drive. Before it was the PLDA.
Yeah.
So now there's going to be, I think, 4 or 5 televised events on Golf Channel. I'm not competing this year just because I'm in no shape to do it. But hopefully in the future, if I can, dude, everyone's like 225 mile an hour ball speed out of nowhere. And unfortunately, they don't drug test, so I don't know where that comes from. But I might have a hint.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to focus on hitting putters far and
There you
making
go.
putters this year, and
Let's go.
do
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff.
Definitely.
Sure. No, it definitely would be cool to see you get out there and compete again.
Yeah.
Definitely would be cool.
Yeah, man. I can tell you one thing: I'll be dripped out and head to toe with KREW though.
100%.
For sure.
You know what?
Like, why does this guy got
Bro?
14 putters and 1 driver in his bag over there?
Dude, I would be the type of person, if I were to make it on TV, my first ball that I would hit would be with a KREW putter, just on purpose.
Oh wow!
Seriously.
He forgets up to hit the ball with his
Bro.
KREW putter. Rumor has it he made it.
You have to hit it. You have to hit it, I believe, 260 yards to qualify to have it count. And what I would do, honestly, would just build a putter and build it at like 5 degrees aloft and put it on an iron shaft and just hit that putter on the tee just for shits and giggles so everyone can see it on TV. Because no one's ever done that.
Yeah.
That
would be
insane.
really good.
Bro, that would be the funniest thing ever. And it would get us
100%.
so much drive, dude. That would be sick.
You think
It
you
would-
got 260 out of that putter? You think
Hell
you can
yeah,
make it count? Yeah. Hell yeah. That's
If
awesome.
you catch it good, dude, you can hit a putter pretty far.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and I mean,
Pretty
you're carrying
far,
your 7-iron 218, 215.
Bro,
or something.
Yeah.
I could hit a putter probably over 300 yards if I catch it right,
That's sick.
because it's 5 degrees aloft, right?
Yeah.
Like if you can get it in the air,
Yeah.
for sure, dude.
That's sick. That's sick.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you guys
Yeah,
hopping
dude.
on and chopping it up, talking with us about KREW and things that you guys had planned for the upcoming year. It would be super cool, obviously, if we could ever reconvene and maybe do another update see what's going on with the wedges, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
For
Yeah,
sure.
We need to get these boys some hats, dude. Send them some hats
Ooh.
for it.
Yeah, we'll send
100%.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
over
awesome.
send me over, email your address. I'll send you guys some gear.
Yeah,
Perfect. We
that'd be great.
appreciate it. You'll
Appreciate
definitely
that.
see us.
What size shirt are you guys?
I think
Probably
both medium.
close medium, yeah.
Mediums?
Well, how do
We
they
got-
run? They run big or
It's
small?
like-
We're floating in
I'd
We
say
between.
got like
pretty
this army
large.
green shirt.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
dude,
sweet.
that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
sick.
think I
Dude,
saw that
I'm
on
not
the
kidding
website
you.
with the other one as well.
Bro,
That's sweet.
I wear I have like 70 of these shirts. I literally wear one of these shirts every day because I'm just in the shop.
Yeah,
And they got like beef juice stains on them and
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
working hard.
Like mustard and ketchup and stuff.
Definitely.
Some battle scars on it.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys having us on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure. I can't thank you guys enough for coming on.
Yeah, we had a
that was
great
awesome.
time.
Yeah, for sure.
I had fun, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, take care.
All right,
All
see you
right,
guys.
dude.
Thank you.
Thanks for hopping on.
For sure.
Yep.